besides that, learned from him, moved on from him, and then after that, I just kept trying to get better every day.
What's translated the most, do you think? I mean, what of the things you've tried to work on, what's been working the best?
I feel like from what I've improved on from last year, definitely pass rushing, working on the offseason with BT Jordan, all the coaches I've been working with, Dwayne, or D Brown, and working with BY 4-eye technique. But that was something I needed to work on from last year. I feel like working in 4-eye, that's just like something that's just becoming easy for me now.
Isaiah, how would you explain your expectations for the entire edge rush group?
Just my expectation, or just the edge rush group?
Your expectations for the edge rushers.
Oh, I feel like we got a lot of dogs out there. Like, we just added Chase Young, Grano coming off a great season from last year, a Hall of Famer, Cam Jordan, Payne Turner, and myself. We got a lot of people that can just contribute. One person goes down, unfortunately. We got another person that just keep going, add on, and get to the quarterback. I feel like we're going to get a lot of pressures, a lot of sacks, a lot of people to just affect the quarterback.
Where do you feel you all, as a group, have the greatest ability to take a step forward here in 2024 versus where you were last year?
I feel like the biggest thing is just getting to the quarterback, getting the sacks. Like, we were able to affect the quarterback last year. It was just getting the number of sacks that we needed. And I feel like that's what everyone's pretty much main focus is, just to get to the quarterback.
When you have that, when you weren't pleased with that one day of practice, what did you do to kind of learn from that? Or did you see the instant results the next day? Like, how did you kind of take that bad day and spin it forward?
Oh, I just, like, in my head, I was like, whatever I put out there that day, that was just not me. Like, that was physically just not me. I put that behind myself. I just kept moving forward. I already knew the next day is going to be like one of the greatest days I have, and it was.
You think that's a sign of, like, would you have done that last year? Do you think, like, or that's
nah,
like a sign of
yeah. I'm not going to lie, last year I would have probably thought about it way too much and then, like, think about what I'm going to feel right now. Don't make it like yesterday. Don't make it like yesterday. But coming into this year, I was like, yesterday's gone with. Let me just keep working on myself now. And that's what's been working for me, my mentality.
I was going to ask you about that, Isaiah. Like, how much did last year kind of help you develop a mentality to come into this? You know?
Yeah, that helped. That helped a lot because in my head, and I know you guys don't want to see that from last year from myself. In my head, I'm ready to think I don't want to have that same season I did last year. So I'm ready to have a goal set in mind, not to have that. Get a lot of production, wherever I'm on the field, just make plays, and that's my mentality, even in practice.
It's so funny. Anthony Orgy was just saying the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Trevor Penny was saying the exact same thing the other day. I mean, like, you probably get that advice from people and coaches not to do that, but is it impossible not to do that your first go around to, like,
not
get
think
in your
about
head?
it? Yeah, it is. Especially, well, last year it was. I feel like I got a lot better this year, just not really thinking about it, because in my head, if I make a mistake on the field, next play I'm making the play. That's like my mentality. I make that play and I just keep trying to stack it, keep making more and more plays. But that's just like my mentality going into this year.
Does this offense require, as an edge rusher, a little more patience to, just because there's so much misdirection? It seems like every play looks like it's gonna go one way, goes the other way, especially in the run game.
Yeah, especially for the edge guys, it requires a little bit more patience. But just a lot of motion, a lot of disguises, a lot of people crossing your faces, and it just really just makes you focus on your key and do your job. Like, my job is either outside shoulder of the tackle or outside shoulder of the tight end. Really go through that point and then, like, work through that progression through there. But really makes you just focus on what you have to do.
Has that been something y'all have kind of taken time, maybe some extra time this season, just to work on that specifically? Because just like that eye candy, I think, would be the...
Yeah, the edge rushers, like basically whole D-line, and TG and BY, always been working on just, like, splitting up exactly what we have to do. If we're in a 9 or if we're in a 6-eye, 4-eye, and a 5 tech, wide 5. Always through the progressions through there.
What about your impression of Chase?
Oh, I feel like he's like real technician with his hands. That's like the one thing I saw. Even when he wasn't practicing, I was just always next to him, just picking his ear, how he rushes after practice, how he rushes, like what he's looking at, what his hands are doing, how you gonna get the hands off of yourself. I'm always like right next to him, just like picking his ear. After he does a one-on-one rep, I'm asking him, what is he doing? What was he thinking during that rep? What was he trying to do? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm always like by him side. I don't even know if he knows it or not, but I'm always in his ear.
What are your thoughts on Taliesin so far? Matchup with him?
Oh, I feel like he's gonna be a really good tackle, like for sure. He knows how to really use his hands, even like to fake his hand, make us throw throw a move out there and then get his hands back on. But I feel like he's going to be a really good tackle. Even if he messes up, he can recover really well too.
Is it, you kind of, we brought up the mentality stuff from last year. Did you do any other changes? Like, did you try to like do any body changes or changes in off-season program or anything like that?
Pretty much just trying to get stronger. That was like the main. Just get stronger and work on my mentality. Well, going into OTAs, like working on my mentality. But throughout the whole off season, just like pass rushing and getting stronger. That was like the main big things.
Thank you very much.
All right, now.
Thanks, guys.